Alright guys, welcome back to Rome Reviews. I'm Rome, and these are the SoundPEATS Air 5 Pros. Um, they were sent to me by SoundPEATS, and I'm going to cover them. I'm going to be honest about them. They didn't really give me any requirements, like I couldn't say this, I couldn't do that. So I'm just going to test them, and I'm even going to go a step further and pair them with the Vivo X200 Ultra and just see how the Bluetooth management is on the device itself without the app, and then we're going to go into the app and see how things look inside the app. So let's go ahead and do it. So right off the bat, you'll notice that I don't have the plastic on here because I had previously cut it off with my batarang, just my overly ridiculous knife I have here. So I cut that off. Let's be super careful with this. This thing is sharp. So we're gonna go ahead and lay that there, and let's go ahead and get inside this box. All right, so let's take these out. Move that over there, and you just get the case. And the case looks like the typical case that we're seeing a lot now with these wireless earbuds, which is fine, not a bad thing. SoundPEATS there. Let's see, USB-C, Bluetooth pairing button. Okay, and it says here the difference right there. I don't know how well that shows up on camera, but okay, nice touch. And you have the earbuds here. Let me sit that down. Get the little protective plastic on there to keep it from attempting to charge constantly and draining the case, which is fine. So right off the bat, I'll say that the design itself is typical for these in-ear earbuds, but I do like the little design here. Gives it a little flashiness without just being too flashy. Just really distincts itself from the other earbuds. So I like that. Simple enough. I can tell that this coating that's on here is going to be a bit of a fingerprint magnet, but it's not a big deal. They are earbuds, so it's not like everybody's going to look at them and be like, oh, they look gross. But no, they look fine. I mean, nothing crazy, actually. Actually, the fingerprints are not showing up like crazy like I thought they would. But we'll see in the long run. So let's go ahead and take the other little plastic sleeve off so we can make sure they charge. All right, and overall, I mean, simple case design, but it looks nice. I mean, it gets the job done. Let's see if they have any distinguishing. Yeah, it has a little L on there. Okay, so you can tell which way it goes when you pop them out and pop them back into the case, and you'll kind of get the feel of it like you do with other earbuds. I can't wait to see how they feel in ear. But anyway, we're gonna move over to the rest of the box itself. Let's sit those right there. Turn them that way. Let's get in here and see what else we get. All right, so we got, okay, so these are going to be the, okay, the little different ear fittings, just so you can find the ones that fit into your ear the best to hold the earbuds in there. Okay. Looks like it comes with, huh. Okay, yeah, that's four. That's four. Okay, I was going to say that's weird that they only sent three. Okay, so that's four. So I'm sure those are going to be like medium or large or small or so on and so forth. Okay. Let's move over here, and it's just a simple charging cable. USB-A to USB-C, nothing crazy, and it doesn't look like a long cable by any means. Yeah, very short cable. So, okay, nothing crazy. All right, put that back in there. Okay, so, all right, guys, so it's been about 2 weeks since I made an initial introductory to these SoundPEATS Air 5 Pros, and right out the gate, I'll just say I've had a good time with these earbuds. They are actually really good, especially for the price. Um, I've been using them working out, running around, and I've actually been moving from house to house, and I've been using those to keep me focused while I'm going up and down these stairs and slowly slipping into insanity. But otherwise, the music has been keeping me going, and these are really good. Um, I will say that my only complaint about these so far, and I think it's just my only complaint overall, is that these earbuds cannot tell when you take one out of your ear. Or that's just been my experience with them. Like normally when you get pro earbuds, I expect to, like, when I pull one out, it could tell that, hey, I'm trying to hear something or somebody, and it stops playing music for a moment, and the other earbud that's still in my ear, these do not do that. They just keep playing. But other than that, that's really it. That's my biggest and only gripe. Otherwise, it has lag-free and lossless sound, AI adaptive noise canceling. Yeah, I mean, the noise canceling is really good. I don't know where the AI piece comes in, but hey, they say it and it works pretty well. So, um, let's see, call clarity. Yep, I've had no complaints when I've been on calls. I answer calls with them, talk to people, and I have had no complaints. Now, I will be to be fair. I haven't asked people, hey, how do I sound, or can you hear? Or I have said, can you hear me fine? They be like, yeah, it sound good. So other than that, I mean, everything's really good. Let me see. The battery life is actually really good on these. I use these. Let's see. What time is it right now? I used them earlier this morning at about 8 o'clock, and I used it for a good 3 or 4 hours, and the power only dropped roughly to what 70% I want to say. I wish I could remember the exact number. I should have recorded, but I was just so focused on moving stuff. But anyway, these are really good as far as battery life, and the case itself is it has a 37-hour life with the case and a 10-minute charge for an additional 2 hours. So batteries would not be an issue with this. With these particularly, I just haven't thought of a 7-hour activity that I've done to really test killing these things. But for when I'm working out or when I'm moving or doing anything, I'm never concerned about battery whatsoever. So what I will go to now is just the native on phone Bluetooth features. And for this, I'm going to be using my Vivo X200 Ultra. So let me zoom out a little bit for you so you can see the whole phone. Let me move my battery ring out of the way. So, yeah, you can see I have my SoundPEATS there. And on device, let me turn the brightness up a little bit so you guys can see. All right, so hopefully that shows up nicely on camera. So we're gonna move those right there. And you can see call audio, media audio, high quality audio, LDAC is in use. I don't know how big of a role that plays, but these do sound really good. They have a nice little bass to them. It's not crazy, but it's nice. You can tell when the song has bass and it plays the lows and stuff like that really, really well. So I've been enjoying that. Earphones wake up playback. So allow Bluetooth earphones to wake up audio playback. When disabled, the device will not respond to playback or pause actions triggered by earphones. So this allows you to control, your music app on your phone using the touch capacitive buttons on the earphones. So that's really good. Absolute volume. The media volume will always be synced on both the mobile device and Bluetooth device. So I guess just as long as you have the volume turned up and down on the device, it won't make you have to control the device separately, the earphones separately. It'll just keep those in tune with each other. So when you jump from app to app or music app, like social media apps to music apps or whatever, it'll keep that volume regular based on the controls that you have it turned on the phone. Simple, straightforward. So you get a good amount of settings on the phone itself without having to do any additional work. But if you want to jump into the SoundPEATS audio app, you have even more, and you can see like your battery and stuff like that, which is really cool. And you can see your noise canceling, normal, transparent. And I kind of like that they use the little Android icon, or that's what I see it as in my head, the Android, the little top head piece. So pretty cool. Double device connection feature. I don't have that on because I've never really connected it to two different devices at the same time, but that's a nice option. Disable touch. I definitely don't have that on because I like to do my headphones, go start songs over and go to the next song or whatever. And what I do like about these is they do, from my experience, have the same typical controls for, like, if you want to triple tap to go back to start the song over or go back to a previous song. It does have those same controls as other earbuds, so it doesn't trip me up or I have to learn new controls over again. So when I try to use these, so that's good. Double tap to go to the next song. Just I like that, so I'm glad they kept that standard. And it has a game mode setting on here, and I guess that allows more features, or it tunes itself to the games that you're playing. So that's fine. So let's keep going. Let's keep that. I clicked on the little hamburger bar menu, the three bars. So you have firmware upgrades, LE audio, LDAC, fit test. So the fit test, what that does is it wants you to put the earbuds in your ear and make sure you have the little tips on that fit inside your ear snug, and it'll do like some it'll send some sounds in just to see how snug the fit is. And I haven't tested it yet, but I, I feel like it's going to be standard across the earbuds that do that. They all seem to do a decent job with that. So, uh-oh, what did I do? I think I tapped on something by mistake because I was running my mouth. Find earbuds, really good feature. I'm not going to turn it on. I did test it on one of my other phones, and it seems to be fairly accurate. So no complaints. I won't turn it on just because I don't feel like trying to blur out my location and everything in editing. So trust, it does work though. Simplified Chinese, Japanese, German. So it only has these four languages: English, simplified Chinese, Japanese, and German. Prompt tones, you can turn that up and down. Just lets you know like different taps and stuff like that. When you skip a song, when you go start a song over, just different little things like that. You can turn it up or down based on however loud you want it to be or low you want it to be. And let's see, this is the equalizer and adaptive EQ, and it just tests to see what you're trying to do. So please make sure you turn off music before testing to avoid damaging your ear due to high volume. Click the button below to start, and it just says once again sends sound to your ear, and it adjusts based on whatever what your ears are doing. So simple SoundPEATS Classic, bass boost, bass reduce, treble boost. And let's see, if we click on more, it brings up even more. So you have quite a few in here. Now, I do not know what ACG is, but it's interesting that they have like a little anime looking character on there. And then you can do My EQ, where you can adjust everything based on your like. I do not know enough about equalizers, my goodness, to adjust any of this. So I typically leave those alone and use the presets. So, yep, that's that. And then you got your profile. And yeah, pretty straightforward. Contact us. And you can see that's my email up there. If you guys want to reach out about anything business related, feel free to reach out there. Let's see, official web mall. It just takes you to the store. You can provide feedback. You can go to the frequently asked questions about the app and settings. And nothing in here but account security. You can reset your password. You can do language. And it says follow the system. But you have simplified Chinese, traditional, blah, blah, blah. French, Dutch, Italiano, Espanol, Japanese. All right. And that's pretty much the SoundPEATS app itself. Now you can, I wanted to go back to the main screen, but it'll make me exit. But you can have multiple SoundPEATS earbuds connected to the same app and you'll manage them all the same way. But anyway, coming out of that, let's talk about sound quality. So the sound, like I said earlier, the bass is nice. It won't just thump your ear out, but it's nice. And it's clear. I would say I feel like some earbuds, especially on the lower end, I'll say, they tend to have like cheap bassy sounds sometimes, but these actually sound really good. The highs, you don't get any of those weird pitches or anything like that. So I just think this price is crazy. So what, for $50 and with discounts and stuff like that, you can get these things for very cheap. So is it worth the price? That's easy. Extremely easy. So let's take that out of there. Extremely easy. Yes, they are absolutely worth the price. I'm gonna leave that, lay that right there. Let's zoom back in on those beauties. So yes, they are worth the price easily. I have no gripes about them outside of like what I said. When I hear Pro in a name, I think that it should recognize when I take it out of my ear. Stop playing music and then give me the option to say, hey, I just want to remove one earbud. Go ahead and start back the music. I'll tap the other earbud to start the music back up. But that's just something I've come to expect when I see Pro earbuds. So, you know, nothing crazy there. I just think that's the only feature that is missing in my mind, especially, you know, at the price. Great price. Just wish it had that those other features. So, anyway, let's see. That's really it. Battery life is good. Sound quality is good. The app to manage your devices is actually really decent. No complaints. Yeah, and that's it. You get the charging cable. You get the additional ear tips that come with it to find the size that fits your ear. Yeah, that's it. So easy recommend. Go out and get you some. The link is in the description. Use the discount codes to get them. I am not making any money from these, so just know that I genuinely enjoyed them. They didn't give me any criteria on what to say and what I can and can't say. They just gave me the earbuds, say review them, and here we are. I actually enjoyed them. Really good for the price. So go out and get you some. Click on that link down in the description, and feel free to like and subscribe to the channel for more content. And just real quick, I'm gonna wrap this video up, but just keep in mind, I'm sorry guys for the slow content lately. Like I said earlier, I'm moving house, so just be patient with me. I should have more videos flowing in the upcoming weeks. All right, thanks guys, appreciate you, and I'll catch you later.